Hatchlings, it's DragonFeather, and welcome back to day 6 of our 31 days of Samhain. And for today, we are going to talk about drawing down the blood moon. So if you guys do not know already, this is the full moon today, and I wanted to share with you guys something that you could try that is very commonly practiced by witches or by Wiccans to draw down the moon. And drawing down the moon is invoking the divine feminine energies into your being, and directly doing so from the lunar energies of the night. The full moon being the most powerful that the moon can be, this is a time to draw down that energy to use in your ritual or in your spell work, or just to cleanse yourself or to direct in any way that you want to do. So this video is going to be how you can draw down the moon. Before we get more in depth and before I explain a little bit more how to do and draw down the moon step by step, we have some pre-questions to answer prior to actually performing this. Question 1 is, have you drawn down the moon before? I actually never have, and I plan on doing so for my ritual this night. This particular topic, I ended up working with one of the hatchlings in the clan to kind of build a post that puts it in very basic step-by-step order if you guys are interested in checking that out. But she has actually helped me a lot with learning how to precisely draw down the moon, so I'm very excited, but I have never done so on my own. So our next question is, how do you envision the moon's energy? As a lunar goddess or divine energy? Perhaps something else? For me, I envision lunar energy as silver energy. It's not associated with a goddess for me, though I feel like there are different lunar goddesses that you can invoke depending on which persona or energy specifically you want to focus on. However, for me, lunar energy is usually just silver energy. And the last question is, do you plan on working magic after this exercise? If so, what are your plans? I do plan to use this to work magic. I want to draw down the moon to heal myself and to help heal the world, and to use it for a spell that I am planning on doing. So let's get into the steps of drawing down the moon. The first step is you're going to want to cleanse yourself. You're going to want to either take a ritual bath, you're going to want to clean your space, you're going to want to smudge your space, you're going to want to cleanse yourself however you can. Maybe you want to use maybe sage or incense, perhaps. Maybe you want to use some sort of mist, like a cleansing mist, or I recommend a ritual bath. That's how I feel I get most connected and most cleansed whenever I do rituals, so that's just my personal preference. Next step is to focus yourself. You want to focus on your intention for this exercise and why you're doing this. Focus on what this lunar energy represents for you and how you're going to use this energy to manifest an end goal. What is your purpose for doing this? Why are you doing this? This is something that is really important to address before doing so, because if we don't really know what our intentions are before we do something, then usually it kind of comes out a bit rocky. So hopefully this is a good step for you to take in order to clarify why you're drawing down the moon. The next step is focusing on your stance. This is very common for the fairy tree meditation if you have heard of that before. If not, you're going to stand with your feet about shoulder width apart, and you're going to put your hands up to the sky with your palms facing up to receive the lunar energy. When doing this, make sure that your chakras are open, especially your heart chakra, so you can receive the positive, loving, silver, or whatever it resonates with you, that energy into your body from the moon itself. Next step is to actually draw down. You can either use your wand or your athame or whatever ritual tool you want to use to draw down, or you can just use your open palms like this to draw down the moon. And when you're doing this, you can incant something if you want, you can chant something if you want. You do not have to, but it's completely optional. And if you do choose to do something like that, here is an example of an incantation you can do. I draw the power of the divine goddess name or moon energy onto myself. I merge with their essence, we are one. So if you guys are interested in learning more about this chant and about this process, like I said, you can learn all the details in the post in the Hatchling Clan made by one of you guys. Alright, so after you do this incantation, you're going to allow yourself to feel it come into your body. You want to allow yourself to be open enough to feel all this energy saturate your being and to feel it trickle down from the moon into you. And this is really important to experience this to where you don't just like jump from, you know, incanting to casting, because you want to make sure that the energy is within you, you're familiar with it, you're not afraid of it, you're comfortable with it, and that you feel empowered with the energy before you move on to the next step. The next step is your heart. This is really important because when you draw down energy from the moon, your heart is your energy center of your body. Some people would say your solar plexus is. I personally resonate with my heart being the center. So when you do this, you're going to go from your hands in this raised position. I know I'm kind of off to the side, but you can go with your hands in this position and bring it down either with your ritual tool or with your hands to further open your heart chakra and to further feel the energies that you have drawn down into your being. Next step is to energize. Now this, once you have felt the energy within you and you have brought it down into your being, you're going to let it supercharge you. You're going to let it flow through your body, energizing your spiritual, emotional, and physical body. So while doing this, just focus on this energy saturating yourself and really supercharging yourself and filling you with all the energy you need to cast. So the last step is to bask. After you have energized yourself, you want to bask in this energy and really become one with this energy before you perform any magical workings that you wanted to do or ritual or anything like that. And you want to really just let yourself be in the energy for a second and just cherish that moment that you have with your being and being connected to the lunar cycle, the lunar goddess, and the full moon. So when you do this, express gratitude for having this opportunity, and to whatever goddesses you might have worked with, maybe even gods if you associate the moon with god energy, and give thanks to the natural cycles of life and give thanks to the full moon and all that she provides for us. After you do all your workings and ritual or whatever you want to do, spell castings, it's really important for you to ground. It's really imperative for you to ground out all this energy, especially if you're drawing down the moon, because that is a lot of energy you're taking into yourself. And if you don't ground that out and you keep that within you, you're going to be supercharged, and it can throw your energy centers out of balance. And it can also leave you with a headache, maybe you have a tummy ache, maybe you just kind of feel woozy afterwards. It's very possible, and I have had experiences like this in similar types of rituals because I've never drawn down the moon before. But when you raise really high amounts of magical energy, or when you draw them down, it's important that you return it to the earth or return it to the moon, like, so you don't keep it. You don't want to have all that extra energy buzzing around inside of you because it can be overwhelming. So please make sure that you ground once you are finished. And after you are finished, there are 3 more questions to answer. And I personally haven't done this before, this video, so I won't be able to answer them for you yet. But I am very excited to take this journey with you guys in the Hatchling Clan and to draw down the moon with you guys, because I feel like for many of us it is our first time doing this as well. But for the video, I'll go ahead and read the 3 questions for you. So the post questions are: what was this experience like for you? How did the moon's energy feel? Is this something you'll try again or perhaps implement into your practice if you don't already? And I definitely know that this is going to be, like, I just have a feeling that this is going to be a really powerful and profound experience for me, because I've never drawn down the moon, but I've always wanted to. So I hope that this video was helpful for you. If you decide to draw down the moon, please leave a comment down below and let us know how it went. Or if you're feeling extra snazzy, go ahead and join the Hatchling Clan and take this challenge, answer the questions, and share your experience with us in a blog post over there. And for more information, please visit the Hatchling Clan and click the link below for the post made by one of you hatchlings that goes all in depth about drawing down the moon for this particular exercise. But thank you guys so much for choosing to spend some of your day with me. It really means the world to me, and I absolutely love making these videos for you guys. They're so much fun for me, and I learned so much, so it's so much fun to share that journey with you. But I'm sending you guys endless love and positive energy always. But until next time, stay geeky cheeky and freaky little hatchlings. Blessed be, and bye.
And it's funny that you think that I'm different when we're both made of water. It's